Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you were there? Or struggled to remember someone's name, even though you met them just yesterday? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people assume that occasional forgetfulness is simply a normal part of getting older. But here's something surprising. Sometimes, the difference between a foggy brain and a focused mind could begin with something much smaller than you think. Not an expensive supplement. Not a complicated diet. Not even a new medication. It might start with the spices sitting quietly in your own kitchen. For thousands of years, spices have done far more than add flavor to food. Across many cultures, they've been used in traditional cooking and wellness practices. Today, modern researchers are studying some of these same spices to better understand how they may influence inflammation, blood flow, oxidative stress, and the health of our brain cells. While no spice is a miracle cure, some contain natural compounds that research suggests may help support healthy brain function when they're part of an overall balanced diet and healthy lifestyle. And one of the easiest times to enjoy them is at dinner. Why dinner? Because your evening meal often provides an opportunity to combine these spices with healthy fats, vegetables, proteins, and other nutrient-rich foods that may help your body absorb beneficial plant compounds. In today's video, we'll explore 5 remarkable spices that researchers have been studying for their potential role in supporting memory, focus, and long-term brain health. We'll also explain what the science actually says, how each spice works, and simple ways you can add them to your evening meals. Some of these might already be hiding in your spice cabinet, waiting to become part of your daily routine. So, let's begin with a spice that has been treasured for centuries and is now attracting attention from scientists around the world. You might be wondering, why dinner? If we're looking to boost mental clarity, shouldn't we focus on breakfast or our morning coffee? Well, while your morning routine is important, your final meal of the day plays a unique role in how your brain recovers. You see, when you sleep, your brain doesn't just shut off. In fact, it's quite the opposite. During the night, your brain is incredibly busy. It's processing the day's memories, repairing cellular damage, and even engaging in a specialized cleaning process through what scientists call the lymphatic system. Think of it as a nightly maintenance crew, working hard to sweep away the brain fog while you rest. The nutrients and plant compounds you eat during dinner serve as the raw materials for this essential work. But there's a problem. As we get older, especially after age 40, our brains can become more sensitive to invisible threats, like chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. These processes are like rust on a fine machine. Over time, they can slow down how your neurons communicate, leading to that frustrating feeling of forgetfulness or mental fatigue. This is where spices come in. Unlike many other foods, spices are incredibly concentrated sources of phytonutrients. These are natural compounds produced by plants to protect themselves from their environment. When we consume them, these same compounds may help support our own internal defenses. Research suggests that certain spices contain substances that can cross the blood-brain barrier and reach the areas responsible for memory and mood. By adding these to your dinner, you aren't just flavoring your food. You're providing your brain with some of the specific tools it may need to protect itself and stay sharp as you age. And the best part? Many of these spices work even better when combined with the fats and proteins usually found in a healthy dinner, making it the perfect time for maximum absorption. So, with that in mind, let's look at the first spice on our list. It's bright, it's golden, and it's one of the most studied substances in all of nutritional science. Number 5. Turmeric. At first glance, it might seem like just another colorful spice sitting on a grocery store shelf. But inside that bright golden powder is a natural compound called curcumin. And curcumin has become one of the most widely studied plant compounds in brain health research. So, why are scientists so interested? One reason is inflammation. Now, inflammation isn't always bad. In fact, it's one of your body's natural defense systems. But when low-grade inflammation continues for months, or even years, it may begin to affect tissues throughout the body, including the brain. Some research suggests that chronic inflammation may be associated with cognitive decline, and may contribute to age-related changes in memory and thinking. Curcumin has been studied because it appears to have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Antioxidants help protect our cells from oxidative stress, a process that can gradually damage healthy cells over time. Imagine leaving a bicycle outside in the rain. Little by little, rust begins to form. Oxidative stress can affect our cells in a somewhat similar way. Scientists are exploring whether curcumin may help support the brain's natural defense systems against this process. Another fascinating area of research. Some laboratory and early clinical studies suggest that curcumin may influence communication between brain cells and may support the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, often called BDNF. BDNF is sometimes described as fertilizer for the brain. It plays an important role in helping neurons grow, adapt, and form new connections that are involved in learning and memory. While more research is still needed, these findings have made turmeric one of the most investigated spices in nutritional neuroscience. But here's something many people don't know. Curcumin isn't absorbed very efficiently on its own. Fortunately, there's a simple solution. Black pepper contains a natural compound called piperine. And research suggests that combining black pepper with turmeric can significantly increase curcumin absorption. That's one reason many traditional recipes naturally pair these two spices together. So, the next time you're making soup, roasted vegetables, grilled chicken, lentils, or even scrambled eggs for dinner, try adding a little turmeric, along with a small pinch of black pepper. It's a simple habit that may help support your brain as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Now, let's move to the next spice. One that's been treasured for thousands of years. Once worth more than its weight in gold. And today, scientists are discovering that it may do far more than add incredible flavor to food. Number 4. Saffron. Known as the world's most expensive spice. These delicate crimson threads have been prized for thousands of years, not only for their unique flavor and brilliant color, but also for their long history in traditional cooking. Today, scientists are studying saffron for an entirely different reason: its potential effects on the brain. Saffron contains several natural plant compounds, including crocin, quercetin, and safranel. These compounds are believed to have antioxidant properties, helping protect cells from oxidative stress. But what has researchers especially interested is saffron's possible connection to mood and cognitive function. You may have noticed that when you're feeling emotionally drained or constantly stressed, it's much harder to concentrate. Names become difficult to remember. Simple decisions feel more complicated. And your thinking may seem slower than usual. That's because your emotional health and your brain function are closely connected. Several clinical studies have explored whether saffron may help support emotional well-being in some people, although more research is still needed to fully understand its long-term effects. Researchers are also investigating whether saffron may help support learning and memory, partly because of the way its natural compounds may interact with certain chemical pathways in the brain. While scientists continue to study these mechanisms, the early findings are certainly encouraging. And here's another interesting fact. You don't need large amounts. Just a small pinch of saffron can add both color and aroma to a healthy dinner. It pairs beautifully with brown rice, vegetable dishes, seafood, chicken, and even warm soups. Because saffron is highly concentrated, a little goes a very long way. Of course, no single spice can replace healthy sleep, regular exercise, or a balanced diet. But when saffron becomes part of an overall healthy lifestyle, it may be one more small habit that helps support long-term brain health. Now, let's move to the next spice. One you probably already have in your kitchen. One that's often sprinkled on oatmeal, coffee, or desserts. Yet many people don't realize it may also play a surprising role in supporting mental clarity. Number 3. Cinnamon. It's one of the most familiar spices in the world. You probably have a jar sitting in your kitchen right now, But what if this everyday spice could do more than simply make food taste better? Researchers have become increasingly interested in cinnamon. Because healthy brain function depends on something many people rarely think about: stable blood sugar. Your brain is an energy-hungry organ. Although it makes up only about 2% of your body weight, it uses roughly 20% of your body's energy. That means your brain needs a steady supply of fuel to perform at its best. When blood sugar rises very quickly, then drops just as fast, some people experience what many describe as brain fog. You might notice difficulty concentrating, lower mental energy, or trouble staying focused throughout the day. Scientists are studying whether certain natural compounds found in cinnamon may help support healthy blood sugar regulation when it's included as part of an overall balanced diet. And that's important, because maintaining healthy blood sugar over time has been associated with supporting overall brain health. Cinnamon is also rich in natural antioxidants. These compounds help protect cells from oxidative stress, one of the natural processes linked with aging. Researchers continue to explore how these antioxidant compounds may contribute to protecting brain cells, although much remains to be learned. The wonderful thing about cinnamon is how incredibly easy it is to include in your meals. You can sprinkle a little into roasted sweet potatoes, add it to baked vegetables, mix it into a healthy yogurt sauce, or even use a small amount in savory dishes from Middle Eastern, North African, or Indian cuisines. Its warm aroma adds depth to meals, without adding sugar. Just remember, more isn't always better. A small amount is usually enough to enjoy both the flavor and its naturally occurring plant compounds. Now, we're getting even closer to the top of our list. The next spice has been associated with memory for centuries. In fact, ancient scholars are said to have worn it during study, believing it could help improve recall. And today, modern science is beginning to investigate whether there may have been more truth to that tradition than anyone once imagined. Number 2. Rosemary. For hundreds of years, rosemary has been a symbol of memory. In ancient Greece, students would sometimes wear sprigs of rosemary in their hair while studying for exams, believing it would help them remember what they had learned. Even Shakespeare famously wrote, "There's rosemary, that's for remembrance." But is there actual science behind this old tradition? It turns out, modern researchers are finding some very interesting clues. Rosemary contains several bioactive compounds, including carnosic acid and rosmarinic acid. These substances are known to have powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, which we've already seen are critical for protecting brain cells as we age. But rosemary might have an even more direct impact on how we think. Some studies suggest that certain compounds in rosemary may help inhibit the breakdown of acetylcholine. This is a chemical in the brain that acts like a messenger. It's vital for memory, focus, and learning. By slowing down the breakdown of this messenger, researchers believe rosemary might help support clearer communication between your neurons. And here is the most incredible part. Some research has even looked at the scent of rosemary. In small-scale studies, participants who worked in rooms filled with the aroma of rosemary essential oil showed better performance on memory tasks compared to those in a scent-free room. Now, while you probably aren't going to wear rosemary in your hair tomorrow, adding it to your dinner is one of the most flavorful ways to support your cognitive health. Rosemary is incredibly hearty and holds up well to cooking. It pairs perfectly with roasted chicken, vegetable stews, or even oven-baked potatoes. The aromatic oils are released during cooking, filling your kitchen with that earthy scent while infusing your meal with those beneficial plant compounds. As we look for ways to stay sharp after 40, rosemary serves as a beautiful reminder that sometimes, the best secrets for our health aren't new at all. They've been right in front of us for centuries. And that brings us to number 1. The final spice on our list is one you might not expect. It's bold, it's zesty, and it's a powerhouse for something every healthy brain needs: excellent circulation. And finally, number 1. Ginger. Often called a universal medicine in ancient healing traditions, ginger is much more than just a remedy for an upset stomach. When it comes to your brain, ginger is a true powerhouse. And it all starts with blood flow. You see, your brain is late night's biggest consumer of oxygen and nutrients. To stay sharp, it relies on a constant, healthy flow of blood through thousands of tiny vessels. Ginger contains a natural oil called gingerol. Research suggests that gingerol may help support healthy circulation, which means more of those vital nutrients can reach the areas of your brain responsible for high-level thinking and focus. But that's not all. As we've discussed, chronic inflammation is one of the silent enemies of cognitive clarity as we age. Scientists have found that the bioactive compounds in ginger can inhibit the production of certain pro-inflammatory chemicals in the body. By helping to keep inflammation in check, ginger may act as a protective shield, helping to preserve the integrity of your brain cells over the long term. There are even some fascinating early studies suggesting that ginger may help improve reaction time and working memory in middle-aged adults. While more large-scale human trials are needed, the evidence we have so far is incredibly exciting. Adding ginger to your dinner is one of the most refreshing habits you can start today. You can grate fresh ginger into a stir-fry, mince it into a salad dressing, or even simmer it into a warm, comforting soup. Its zesty, slightly spicy kick doesn't just wake up your taste buds. It may be exactly what your brain needs to wake up as well. Because when your blood is flowing and inflammation is low, your mind has the best possible chance to stay clear, focused, and young. So, we've covered 5 incredible spices. But how do you actually turn these into a daily routine? And what are the 3 golden rules for making sure these spices actually work for you? Let's wrap everything up with some practical, everyday tips. So, let's quickly bring everything together. Today, we've explored 5 remarkable spices that researchers have been studying for their potential role in supporting brain health. Number 5. Turmeric. A golden spice rich in curcumin, studied for its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Number 4. Saffron. A treasured spice whose natural compounds are being investigated for their potential connection to mood, learning, and memory. Number 3. Cinnamon. An everyday favorite that may help support healthy blood sugar regulation, something that's important for keeping your brain supplied with steady energy. Number 2. Rosemary. The ancient herb of remembrance, now being studied for the way its natural compounds may help support memory-related brain pathways. And finally, number 1. Ginger. A powerful spice that may support healthy circulation, helping deliver oxygen and nutrients throughout the brain, while also providing natural antioxidant compounds. Now, here's something important to remember. No single spice, no food, and no supplement can guarantee perfect memory or prevent cognitive decline. Your brain thrives when healthy habits work together. Think of these spices as small pieces of a much larger puzzle. The biggest difference often comes from combining nutritious meals, regular physical activity, quality sleep, stress management, mental stimulation, strong social connections, and routine medical care when needed. Small choices, repeated consistently, can become powerful habits over time. So here's a simple challenge for you. This week, choose just one of these 5 spices and add it to one dinner each day. Maybe sprinkle cinnamon onto roasted sweet potatoes. Stir fresh ginger into a vegetable stir-fry. Add rosemary to roasted chicken. Or season a hearty soup with turmeric and a pinch of black pepper. Simple, practical, and easy to begin today. I'd also love to hear from you. Which of these spices do you already use the most? And was there one on today's list that surprised you? Share your answer in the comments below. Your experience may inspire someone else who's looking to improve their brain health. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know this information is valuable and helps more people discover it. And if you're interested in science-based tips for protecting your memory, improving your focus, supporting healthy aging, and understanding how your amazing brain works, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next video. Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with me. Take care of your brain, because every healthy choice you make today is an investment in the person you'll be tomorrow. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and keep your mind growing.